Hiya, Lottie here and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it is your first time here. If it's your first time here, don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell so you're notified anytime I upload a new video. But on to part 2. So today we're going to be putting the little closure thing in here and the little cellophane style pocket, and then who knows. So I'm going to put the pocket in first, and I've already cut out the cellophane from that little big bag that I used last time. So this is basically like a kind of how like you get those Ziploc bags that you would put in the freezer or wherever, like you would use it for food anyway. That's what this material is. It's like a heavy duty cellophane type material, and I quite like it for pockets. The only thing is you do need to use the double-sided sticky tape to stick it down. The glue just seems to peel right off for some weird reason. And just got on my double-sided sticky tape. I just like the fact that you can see through it, and I also like the texture of it. It's kind of crinkly, but it's also stretchy. It's fun. To me anyway, it's fun. Obviously if you wanted a see-through pocket but you didn't want to use this sort of material, you could use acetate or you could use tracing paper. This is obviously slightly cheaper than those as well. This is like from a piece of packaging or something that I got this from. Let me peel this off first actually. So I got this piece, this large bag from, I think I got it when I bought an item of clothing online or something like that. Sorry if you can hear the dogs barking. But yeah, so it's easily accessible, a lot cheaper than acetate, and it's just something different in my opinion. It's something new and shiny. So even though the double-sided sticky on a normal pocket you kind of catch it, it doesn't happen with this because of the type of material it is. It just sticks the whole thing down basically. So don't worry about whatever you're putting in the pocket catching on it. Obviously you could put a different kind of pocket here, a lace pocket, a paper pocket. You don't even have to put a pocket. This is just what I'm gonna do. And I'm just going to score over that and make sure it's really in there. And the good thing about it being the double-sided sticky tape is as well that it basically will always go clear. Like, obviously depending on the kind of glue that you use, it might not go clear, whereas the minute you score along this, you can't see the double-sided sticky tape at all. It's invisible. And then so whatever you put in that pocket now will also, you'll be able to see it. And it's like I said, it's kind of stretchy, whereas acetate's pretty firm. So you've got that extra little give for your pocket as well. So I'm just going to grab my ruler and measure this because I can't remember what it was. So 25.5. 12.5 for the center. And I'm just going to take my crocodile and using the bigger hole, punch a hole in it. So that's, I have no idea how big that is. I'm sure it tells you, but I don't know. And then I'm going to grab one of my eyelets. Just a little bronze one. And there we go. And obviously I'll put the seam binding through at the end so it's not getting in the way. So I went and done all this cutting off camera just to save on some time. But what I'm thinking of doing here is adding a 3-page flip. If you've been watching the lap book series with Nick the Booksmith, you'll know what I'm talking about here, because this is what she did and I love the look of it. So basically it gives you 3 pages to work with, so, and it literally opens like a book. Hold on, actually I can show you because I've got the same idea in my lap book that I did. So it opens like so. So just like a normal book, just the way a book would open. So that's what I'm going to do here. So I have cut all these out and I've done 2, which is why they've got paper cups on the top, but because I'm going to reinforce them basically. So I'm not going to need the top pages just yet. Let me put that into the side. I'm not going to need this right now either. So I'm going to tape these 2 together, hopefully. And just like last time, I'm going to leave a slither, like a little hair width between them. And again, I'm going to use the packing tape. You can use pretty much any kind of tape. You could use sellotape, washi tape, masking tape. I'm using the packing tape because it's more flexible than like masking tape or washi tape. Washi tape I don't really trust to stay on. None of my washi tapes are pretty much strong enough to hold. Indefinitely. Without glue anyway, and this is pretty enough for me. So I just need to stick it down. Yay! And then just smooth it out with my bone folder. And then when I stick my piece of card on top, you won't see this. It'll be hidden. I'm just going to trim it down. I could fold it over, but this is actually, like, these 2 are top pages, so you would see it, which I don't want. So that's those attached, and now for this one, which try to figure out the best way to go about that. Probably would have been better to do it beforehand, because then I would have been gluing it like So I'm actually going to cut that off and start again, because I think the best bet for doing this would be to put the small one on first, and then try not to cut the card. Then do the larger one, because I don't want there to be any tape on these sides. You'll get what I mean in a second. So I'm going to start again, and I'm going to stick these two together. Every blooming time I always manage to move it. When I lift my hand, I always move the card. Lined up the second page now, and it is on top of that one we just stuck down. It's like a little firecracker. It really is like a little firecracker. Can you guys hear that? So that's those all stuck down, and again I'm just cutting off the tape. So we now have this. So these little bits that I've got tape on them, like this side doesn't have tape because that's a funk cover, and this side doesn't have tape because that's basically nothing's getting glued on that, but this has tape because I'm going to be gluing this down here, and then this has tape and I'm going to be gluing this on here, and this has tape and I'm going to be gluing this on here. But first, oh, let me pick up my ruler before I stand on it and break my neck. I'm going to glue it, not glue it, tape it here. I figure out the best way to do this now. I have no idea. I'm going to have to put sellotape here, obviously, to sellotape this on, which, dang it. I will then have to, obviously, cover that up with something later on. But I honestly can't think of a way around that. If you guys can, let me know for future reference. Be much obliged. And I'm just going to stick it down and smooth it out. I wonder why that last one sounded like a firecracker. So I've just went off camera and done this. The same idea we did in the last one, only I did it a lot better because I used my cutting board. So if you're like me and a pure weakling, definitely use the cutting board. Let me move this. It's actually like 2 days later. I had to take a wee break, so that's why that was sitting there, because it's been like 2 days since I filmed the last wee bit we were doing. So this goes here, so I'm going to glue that down there with my 3-in-1 beacon stuff. Oh no, I dropped a wee bit of glue, wee gloopy bit. Don't know where that went. Ah, there it is. I'm just going to glue this down. I don't know what I'm going to do to the other 2 panels. Obviously this needs done before you glue it down. So I'm trying to make a conscious effort to stay better, like to stay in view better. Is when I'm going through my videos later, I notice I tend to come too far down this way and like obviously closer to me, but it takes whatever I'm doing out of the line of the camera, which is here. So I'm going to have to try and make a more conscious effort to kind of stay in this vicinity of my desk. I'm not promising that I'll be able to do that. I'm going to try. So now we still have these 2 guys to glue down. And then I need to put something here as well, just to hide the tape. So I could just put a bit of lace there or something, but I don't know yet. I'm just going to glue these down as it is. I'm not going to do the same idea that I did on the other one, so I'm just going to put glue all over. Obviously double-sided sticky would work just as well here. I really like this side of this paper. Obviously it wouldn't match anything in this folder at the moment, but I really like it. I really need to get this paper pack again because I really like it, and I've basically used pretty much most of it in this folder, or at the very least I've used the ones that I like the pages that I like the most in this folder. So I need to get a new one so that I can make something for myself with it. Keep meaning to grab the, what do you call it, art glitter glue, to use that instead, but I'm just that used to grabbing this glue that I keep forgetting that I bought it to use it, obviously. So I'll need to try and use that some, if I remember. So I've got a really exciting package today. But I think it's exciting, and I think you lot will agree. I had ordered antique paper, piano paper, and it came today. So I'm super excited to use that. Amity Bloom Nazi. was using it a while ago in one of our videos, and it looks freaking awesome. In all honesty, it looks brilliant. So I was desperate to get my hands on some when I saw it. And I managed to find it on eBay. So I'm just going to trim this down a little bit because you can see that gorgeous blue sticking out. My shaky ass hand will not allow it. So I managed to get a few. It was like a bulk pack of 6. So I've got 6 of them, 6 rolls. So I don't know, I might pop some in my Etsy store for you guys if you are interested in that. Let me know. Because I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I want to just keep it. But that's a lot. I mean, you get a lot in a roll, so I probably don't need to keep 6 of them just for myself. But I don't know. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do, if I'm going to put them in my store or keep them all. I'll show you them in a second once I'm just going around and trimming off all the excess wee bits that are kind of peeking out. Just to keep everything nice and neat and tidy looking and all that jazz. I can get a hold of that. There we go. And then I'm going to round the corners, the 2 outside corners of each of these pages. I'll attempt to. It's not quite straight. Ping. That's the only thing I don't like about this, is it doesn't have a lid. So a lot of the time, if it's thicker paper, it will just ping away, and sometimes it will like hit me in the face in the process of pinging away, and it can be quite sore depending on how thick the paper is. If it gets you like in the eye or something, it's quite stingy. But then again, I'm a pure wimp. Plus then you're left with all these little like half moon bits lying around. So I already inked them before I stuck them down. I'm pretty sure I did anyway. So I'm going to just ink them just in case I didn't, because I cut off those corners anyway, so I'm just going to ink around those. And I'm going to use my walnut stain again, and I still haven't found my large one, and I don't know what I've done with it. I'm thinking I might have to just bite the bullet and buy a new one, because it is my favourite, but it's got to be somewhere, right? It kind of just disappeared. It's like the odd socks, they just disappear and you don't know where they are. Oh, there we go. So I've been playing around, obviously, and I've got it ready just to kind of save on time. And I'm going to make this bottom part into a gusseted pocket. So I've got it basically ready to just kind of put it together. So I've got my little circles and I've got my little gussets. I'm just kind of waiting on those drying because I've pinched them at the bottom just so that they don't open too far up, if you know what I mean. So they've gusseted just like we did last time basically. And then I've got my little flap, and I've cut this down, so I took about 2 inches off it maybe, and I've cut this down. I've cut this out rather to be the flap, so we have a little lid. And then I've also rounded these off, and I use this as an actual template, or template rather. And I've rounded these off, and obviously I've not done a very good blooming job because this one's way too tall. I'm just going to do that again. How about you? And I'm making sure obviously that the folded edge is the one that's pointing out the way. You're fine. So this is a pain in the ass to cut through because of how thick it is. This is just what do you call it, craft card, and it's a pretty thick and sturdy craft card. I got it from AliExpress, and I think I got like 50 or 20 pages. Not much difference. I got a bunch though. And that's what I've used to cut my little circles out. Personally, I would have actually preferred a larger circle, but I don't have one. So I'm just kind of working with what I've got. So I'm just going to glue the gussets on. Onto this bit first. And I'm just lining it up with the edge, and again, like I said, making sure that the folded edge is the one that will be visible on the outside, just because it's nicer. There probably is a functional reason for that, but I just do it because it's nicer. It's just pretty. Sorry if my head gets in the way here, but I need to kind of lean over. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So that goes like this. I'm going to grab a couple of these little clippy clips again. You notice how like paper clips and clips are so needy when you don't need them, but see when you do need them, you hunt forever. It's like if I needed a paper clip right now, I'd be hunting for ages, but because I don't need it, that's because that's when it comes out. And it's like, pick me! It's like Donkey from Shrek. Pick me! And you're like, no. But when you're looking for it, no. Forget about it. It hides. Or is that just me? It's not just paper clips, it's pretty much everything. The minute I look for it, no idea where it is. And then the second I'm looking for something else, it's like, hey, remember me? I would totally work for that. So I'm just pinning this in place for the obvious reason, to let it dry. And then I'm just going to put this guy on. So I've just put a little hole with my owl, and I'm putting a brad, I believe they're called. Probably should have put this in first. Whoops. Oh well. I shall do it now before it dries too much. Let me just take this bit off. Open up. And then I'm going to glue this back down. Like it never happened. Totally didn't mess that up. And then I'll glue this down. And I don't know, do I want to make it so that it's got a little bit of a spinach? I think I do. And that way, if the pocket gets quite big, this will have like a little tiny, just a little tiny spinach part where it will kind of make allowances for the pocket to get bigger, if you know what I mean. That desk is way too small. There goes my, oh, the scoring knife. Okay, so just got my wee, destroying the place. Or if I jerked you there. So I'm just going to grab my little scoreboard. And this is where my line is at the moment. So I'm going to go 2 lines down from that, just to give it a decent enough size of score. What I might do actually is go the one in between as well, and the one on the other side of it, and that way we've got a little curved spine. I might do one more. There, there, and there. So I do one here, possibly. And that's giving us a little ridged spine, like so. I hope you can see that. I'm going to kind of turn it towards the light slightly. So I'm now just going to kind of fold over on all of those curves. And all those scores. And that way, if this gets a few things put in it, it'll just expand the same way our folder is going to expand, because it's got the same kind of curved spine. Obviously you don't have to do this, you could just do a straight, you could do a straight spine like I was going to do to begin with. Would totally work too. I think this looks pretty. It's like, if it looks good, I'm happy with it, as long as it's functional as well, obviously. I'm just trying to make sure I've scored them all. I can still do you. So yeah, I'm just folding over on all those little lines, or attempting to anyway. I don't think I'm doing a very good job. And there we go. So we now have that little sort of rounded spine. I'm just going to pop this back in here. And then I can glue this down right here, making sure not to glue on my little spine portion. Ugh. Where's my wipes? All done. Sorry about that, just had to go and grab my wipes. I'm just going to put my glue all over the flap part and stick this down. Got it on that little spine bit, of course. I'm just going to line this up with the edge of the card. And there we go, we've got our gusseted pocket. So I've got some baker's twine here. I'm just going to cut a little length of that. I'm going to put this lid on first actually. And just tie it around here. Just trim that off. And we now have our seal to keep it closed. And there we go. And if I take this off a second, this should be dry now. We now have our gusseted pocket, like so. So it's a pretty deep pocket, and we've got our gussets on either side. And obviously we've got our curved lid so that if it did get too bulky, our lid would just kind of curve over. I like it, I like it. And then we've got a little closure. And then we've still got all this to do. I think I'm going to do that in another video because we're getting on in time. I'm just going to go and grab that piano paper and show you that before I forget. So I just grabbed the top 3. I've bought 6 of them because it was a bundle of 6, and I like to buy things in bulk. I just like to have more than one so that when one runs out I have another one. So if I do put any in my Etsy store, at the most I'll put 4 in, but I'll probably only put 3 so that I have 3 for myself. But I don't know yet, I might put 4 in because you do seem to get a lot of paper. So this is what the boxes look like. They're very cool and they feel amazing. They feel really old and slightly dusty. So it comes out, whoops, and this one has a note in it. And it says, "Note, should this music roll be in any way defective, kindly place this gummed band around the box containing the roll so that it may not again be issued until it has been made perfect." Ooh. So then this is what it looks like. It's got sort of 2 metal, I think these are. Maybe plastic, like heavy duty plastic, but I think they're metal. Sort of cogs on either end to hold the paper together. And then it's obviously a paper roll. So it rolls out like so. And it's got your important notice. Great care should be taken when re-rolling to prevent the edges of the music sheet being torn. A slight tension should be maintained on the take-up spool and the roll wound back at a moderate speed. And it's also got a little sort of clippy clasp here. And then it rolls out and it's got all the little dots and lines and all that magic on it. So I'm definitely going to be using that. So if you want me to do some craft with me or me using this, let me know. Oh, that's a wee sticker. I don't know if it gives you a note. Full scale metro style salmon overture. I don't know. The price of this roll is reduced to 4. I honestly don't know if it's got a name for the music. I can't see one, like for what song this like was recording or whatever it was doing. So and then I've got this one which is slightly smaller. Like it's not as a thick roll. It's about the same height though. I can get it out. And this is a sort of leather style box. can see the texture in that. Like, it's not leather, but it's like that kind of faux leather. That one's not got a little thing in the bottom. But it does have little metal eyelets around it. And a little bit of string here. And it is, like I said, slightly thinner. But it's just beautiful. Oh, I cannot wait. Cannot wait to use this. And then the last one is obviously just the same. It's slightly older looking, it's got a little stamp on it. I'm not going to roll it out, and they smell amazing. To me anyway, I think the smell of antique paper smells awesome. So yeah, look at the back of that. Look how stained and worn it is. Oh, I love it. But yeah, I'm super excited, and I thought maybe you would appreciate that as well. And look at the wee stamps, and oh, I'm loving it. Oh, this one's got a sticker on the side. It doesn't say again. So this one, all right, they all do. Les papillons. I have no idea. And Running Wild. I can read that one. Foxtrot. So I'm guessing that's the names. So Samson Overture, that one I can't pronounce, and Running Wild. Obviously a Scottish song. So yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed that little show and tell. And like I said, if you want me to do any craft with me on these, let me know, and I will see you in the next part. Bye!